Hello Leo, welcome to your Astroflower for the week going from the 11th through to the 17th of September. I hope you're doing alright. Did you see your chakra and aura reading last week? We've got the eclipse readings coming out next week as well, and that's going to be for the next sort of 3 months. We've also got the sister channel, Cymatic TV, and loads of links in the description below. I hope you have a lovely reading. Thank you very much for being here with us. King of Wands wants to jump out already. So let's just see what goes on. Overall energy, you get the Temperance instead. Very good. Lots of possibilities within your life at the moment. And it's like the energies is sort of around you at the moment. There's lots of input from various different ways. This person is sat on a log that's shaped like a heart, so they've actually got sort of control over their emotions and stuff like that. There's a waterfall in the background behind them there. There's lots of different elements that are going on. And this is the overall energy here. It's not trying to help you in one sense. It's trying to help you with the overall energy of trying to get you in a good place where you can be the emperor over your domain in a very emotional sort of sense and have real sort of, you've got that calm and cool collective sort of temperament about you. And the thing is with the Empress is that things do then become very, very possible. So it's a really good energy for you on the overall energy there. Let's just see what's going on your karmic front on your relationship side. Decisions to be made. Either go one way or another. This is a very yin-yang sort of thing, a manifestation card as well. It's a bit of a card as well that exposes things in your life as well as you make the decisions. And I think these decisions here are pretty obvious for you as far as I can tell. When it works, it works. When it doesn't work, it really doesn't work. And that's the sort of thing you need to be following. And this is where you can have the cool collectiveness over your energy in regards to the Empress card. So yeah, it's decisions. But as I say, I don't think they're decisions to be made. I think it's more of a case of just following what works basically for you. That's what your karmic message is for this week. On your relationship side, on the influence on the universe, this is the King in Cups. This is also someone who has a really good control over the energy. These two go really well together. It's almost as like you are finding your divine energy. Really, not necessarily sitting in your power, but sitting in a position of authority, which is due to the fact that you are in control, basically, of the situation. And I think that's what the universe is, trying to encourage within you as you follow those evident choices that are in front of you. So, be joyous, feel that moment, feel it. And, just own it in a way. This is where you're coming from. It's coming from a place, this is connecting your past and your future, the sun. Shining a light on you as well in a way, because that's what the sun does. Shines a light on our daytime so we see things absolutely clearly. Emotions become very clear. Actions become very clear. That sort of thing. And that's what makes us happy as well, because then we know what's going on. That's why the Ten of Cups is like a realization of reality after confusion, happiness after difficulty. And this is the similar sort of card in a way, the fact that it does spread a lot of light around and will make you feel contentment. That's where you're coming from. It seems like, within your relationships, you're kind of like, you'll notice relationships that are really working, and you'll know the input that you've put into it in order for it to work. What's the future self? Upside down, 10 of Swords. 9 of Swords, sorry. This is like a throw up, really. A lot of people have been getting this. I think this has to do with that message that came through with the universal energy that came through on the sun, which I went into on Cymatic TV, and it was a bit about forgiving ourselves collectively for past things emotionally, so we can then build and go forward, without carrying a lot of weight with us. And I think this is more the same sort of thing. I think this is where your choices that you need to make here is tied to something that's making you feel repetitive. You're constantly doing the same problem again and again, or you're confronted with the same thing again and again. And I think this has to do with something or someone within the outside world who is bringing this to you, and it seems like the rest of it, you've got to stay calm and just sort of like bring forward that sort of energy which is very balanced, very stable, very not necessarily positive, not necessarily happy-go-lucky, but certainly not depressive, certainly not sort of blocking or anything like that. And it's just it's like like Buddha energy. That's what I'm getting here. You know, if you can get in contact with your Buddha energy, you know, you will make the right choices, because there's obvious paths that you do need to follow here. And so, you know, I would definitely follow them. There's no doubt about it. So, you know, let's just see what the overall outcome is for you. When you make these choices and you start following, and it's not just a case of kind of going, oh, the choice is made, it's done and dusted. It's also a case of kind of like, if you really want to move out of that sort of situation, what you've got to do is you've got to nurture those choices that you're making, that you're following, that you're connecting with. There's certain people that you do need to let go of, and certain people that you do need to encourage. And that nurturing card, that 7 of Pentacles, is a revelation card as well. So you are, that's revealing in a way. And that's what the number 7 does. It's that magic, but it's the magic in the revealing from the world outside. It's not like magic like the pentagram, like the 5, which is also very sort of like magical and everything like that, but that's a magical that you are participating in. This is a magic of allowing the things to nurture and enjoying it, and yeah, being part of it, because you're observing it and you're seeing what's going on around you. And I think this is where you can sort of, you know, find your, what they'd say in French is like your cruise speed, you know, where you're really enjoying, you know, being with someone, and you're glad that you're not with another person, because that other person may have sort of brought you perpetual sort of stress and strains. Let's see what's going on your financial side. Ace of Cups. Yeah, applying yourself. I think this is where this is within the relationship side, because it's nice and calm and stuff like that, that leaves you the space to explore and push your heart's desires in regards to your work, basically. And I think it's your karmic path to do that. It's the next step up. It's moving on to the next level, basically, I think, for you. And engaging in your business or your projects or whatever it is you want to try and do, where you're, you know, you're engaging your heart. So basically, so like if I wanted to build a house and stuff like that, you know, the very mechanical parts of doing the design and everything like that, yeah, you can build your heart's desire into it. But once you start getting on to choosing the colours and doing the decoration and everything like that, and doing the finishing off of the house, that's when you can allow your heart to go through. And I think this is a moment here now for you to do that. I think you've done a lot of the work in the background in order to get it done. And look at this, 2 aces. This is a new beginning for you. This is a new page, a new chapter in your career or your business or your projects. If you're thinking about doing something, the universe here is sort of saying out with the old and in with the new. But I think this is out with the old way of you doing things and in with the new way of doing things. And that's what the universe is trying to encourage within you. And that new way is tied to your heart, tied to what makes you kind of go, yeah, I love that sort of scenario, which is going to be great. Let's just see what the past is trying to bring to the forward. So the 7 of Wands. Yeah, would you have had to defend your path? Possibly, but the thing is, with the best way to defend your path is by living it. Once you start living your path and going forward, it's like there's an old saying in South America where they sort of say, don't worry about the dogs barking behind the gates, because if you continue on your path, after a while you won't hear those dogs anymore. And I think this is a situation here, and I think this is what out with the old and in with the new, of being in this sort of like competitive mind into now expressing and creating mind. That is what is going to bring you the success. The moment you open up those doors of creation that is within you, you know, painting or photography or, you know, all those sort of things that you can bring into your life and you can help create your projects in front of you, is going to bring you ultimate success. And that is what you're heading for. You know, you've got the Chariot card, definite success coming in very quickly for you, and this is what you're working towards. I think if you start engaging with your heart's desires, that's when it's going to come, it's going to arrive a lot quicker. So you know, putting your touch onto your projects, if you know, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it could be a YouTube channel, could be anything, but putting your heart into it, I think, is a really good thing. It's going to bring you ultimate goals. And now we've got the Queen of Cups. So you've got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups on your thing. I think this is going to bring you into alignment as well with you in your relationships. It's going to make you feel in the future within your job, your projects and everything like that, in your business. It's going to make you feel a lot more zippy, happier, vibrant in what you're doing. And the more you feel vibrant in what you're doing, the more success you will get. It's a perpetual thing. And this is the start of the journey with that. You know, engaging with your passions and allowing your passions and your heart's desires to really fulfill the ultimate success that you should be having within your life. So let's just do a bit of clarification with the Light Seers card. Thank you very much for being here, Leah. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate all the support you give to this channel and everything like that. I hope you get the best out of these readings as well. You know, if it's affecting you, let us know in the comments below. That's a good way of showing your support and everything like that. It's really nice. Sharing as well is absolutely brilliant. And then we've got the energy update on our sister channel called Cymatic TV, which is all about energy. So you'll find that linked in the description below. Might want to have a go and have a look at that and see how you get on with that. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. Let's just see what a clarification we've got with the Empress card. With all of those connections, that everything that is around you, so all the elements that are being engaged within your life, and they're being engaged in equal parts. So there's not one thing that's shining through more than others, but it's putting all those pieces together. Takes a bit of planning, and the thing is, I wouldn't shy away from big goals. Basically, at the moment, Leo, if you're really gonna want it, you're gonna really get it. Where did that Lovers card come from? Did you see it fall out? I didn't see it fall out. And that fell out. It was sitting between the King of Cups on the universal energy and the Two of Pentacles there of your karmic path. And I think you're destined to sort of like, and this is what I could have sort of said, you know, this is what I was sort of saying with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I think once you start, you know, really bossing it up on your, you know, engaging with your heart on your workspace, it could breed a situation where you bring in a divine counterpart within your relationship side. Because they feed one another, both sides feed one another. So it's very interesting. I'm going to leave it there. With the Two of Pentacles, you get the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so healthy boundaries. I think this is where you've got to realise what you've been through, where you're going, basically, and who you're going there with more than anything else. What things make you tick? What things make you, you know, that really give you the enjoyment out of life? And that's where you're going to start streamlining your relationships. You don't waste your time. You don't waste their time either. It's a good thing for, you know, other people as much for you. But whatever it is, you know, you need to know these healthy boundaries in these decisions that you're taking. With the King of Cups, there's a fair exchange going on here, but there's also a factor of you also making sure, first of all, that you are okay. That's what the universe is sort of saying here. If you want that King of Cups and that sort of, that regal sort of heart of sort of being able and being really poised within any situation, you have to realize that you have to be in a good place in order to do that. And that's what the universe is trying to, you know, trying to help you to sort of like clarify within your life. Let's just see what's going on for the Sun. What's sort of bringing it from the past and into the future? Three of Cups, yeah. Happiness, socializing, everything like that. I think you've had a really good year so far. And by the way your readings have gone over the past sort of 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even up to the last month, you're starting to sort of like, you know, you're getting into your stride into your new year at the moment. And I think you're bringing a lot of things through that are actually really happy and joyous that you've done in the past and you're not going to let go of. And I think this is part and parcel of that Two of Pentacles choice you've got to make. Let's just see what's going on with the Nine of Swords, shall we? Nine of Swords, you get the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think this is a case of there is something that you need victory over. There's something that you need to sort out, that you need to get clarification on in order to stop these repetitive nightmares. I think this is what happens when you make that choice in that Two of Pentacles going forward. So you're no longer in a situation which is holding you back within your relationships, basically. That's just tiring you out, that's draining your energy. Although, you know, you can't actually drain your own energy. It just puts you in a position which makes you feel uncomfortable more than anything else. With the Seven of Pentacles, you get the Page of Cups. Page of Swords. This what comes out of here, actually. You've got those two swords there, that air energy, which you need for your fire, makes you very passionate. And this is where, when you're nurturing the future with this Seven of Pentacles here, and you're nurturing those Two of Pentacles that have come forward, all of a sudden you are creating that path with the Page of Swords, and there's lots of vibrant ideas. It breeds a lot of possibilities, which is what we see in the Empress card as well. And I think this is where, within your relationships, it's going to be very bubbly, very vibrant in the next sort of like 2 to 3 weeks, if you make this decision to follow the evident path, basically. Follow, you know, what works for you. On your financial side, you had to come out sooner or later, didn't you, Leo? Yeah, I think it's owning your heart. It's the Emperor. You've got the Empress as well. There is real divine counterparting, and I think as much with yourself, with your higher spirit, than with people, with with people around you as well. I think this works in both sense here. And the moment you apply your heart, you're going to own it. You're really going to own it. You're going to get some serious, quick success if you start applying your heart. Three of Wands with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, no time like the present. Don't procrastinate. I think the universe here is just sort of saying, just jump in. Just start allowing your heart to flow. Start applying yourself in your life. This is a new you. This is really turning of a page, basically. With the turning of a page, with the Seven of Wands, you get the Knight of Cups. Absolutely, and I think this is what this is now. I think you've chosen to take that because that's what that is offering to you. It's offering that that cup to you, and if you follow your path and don't get involved in trying to defend yourself in so many ways, you can just sort of say, look at my past, see how I've been, then you'll know what I'm like. Let my actions speak for me, in a way. And when you do, this is where you get that job offer, or that business offer, or that, you know, that project or that YouTube channel that you wanted to start, that then you can just sort of like start heading down the road and doing. And then you get the Ten of Cups. What did I say about the Sun over there? It's very similar to this. This is where you see the reality of when you put your heart into it. This is absolutely beautiful, Leo. Once you start applying your heart in your life, you're going to get some serious success in your financial world, and it's going to make you incredibly happy because you're going to see the reality for what it really is. You know, and once you see the reality for what it really is, you're really going to be able to take some major strides forward, basically. Let's see what the Queen of Cups is all about. What's this vibrant energy within your workspace all about? The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, it's I think in the future with this vibrant energy, you're going to realize that actually you've got success that is perpetual. It's not just one big success. It's a perpetual thing that just doesn't stop building and producing and giving. But it's also filled with communication. It's also filled with connecting with other people. And this is where you might get your divine counterpart coming in. Really good reading for you, Leo. It's good to see you back on form. You know, as I say, it's been sort of like a bit wavy over the last sort of like month or so. But to hear it like you've got the grip between your teeth and you're ready to rock and roll. Absolutely beautiful. There you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Hope you got the best out of these readings. Yes, I guess that's all for me left to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.